So in this game, we have demons and we have scribe as the two S tier builds, and we also have mech, so automatons, as the support build. So in this game, an example of a plan A would be the carry player is planning for demons or scribe, and the support player is planning for automaton. So that would be an example of a plan A. This is going to be part one of a series of videos on how to get 7,000 rating in Hearthstone Battlegrounds duos. So I've been thinking about doing this series for a while, but I think it's finally gotten to the point where I think I understand duos enough. Some of the stuff I am talking about in this video might not work at higher MMRs, like once you get to like 10K, but at least up until 8.5K, a lot of this stuff will work. But for now, we're going to specifically focus on getting to 7K. I might start up another series for getting to 8K and 9K later on. But let's get right into it. So when you're playing a duos game, the first thing you want to think about is what tribes are in the game and what's going to be your plan A. So when I say plan A, I'm talking about like what your default plan will be for this game with your duos partner and what you're going to aim for to win the game with. So I highly recommend going with one carry build and one support build. The reason for this is because when you have two carry builds, your focus is kind of split, and you often end up with two really bad carry builds that cannot even get close to the full potential of one really powerful carry build. So, at least in my opinion, I would highly recommend with your plan A being using one of the S tier builds combined with a support build. And that will usually result in very high win rate, at least in 7K and below. And some of these will have like an extremely high win rate up until 7K. So let's start off with what those S tier builds are and what those support builds are, and then we'll talk about some of the other builds that you might want to throw in there once in a while. So the three S tier builds, in my opinion, right now are demons, scribe, and quillboard. Now, I know that some people are saying scribe is not that great. Maybe it does fall off at higher MMR, but at 7K and below MMR, scribe is amazing still. And I've had a very, very high win rate with it, and it's just very good. Now, I'm probably going to go over all the three of these builds in detail in another video, but for now, we're just going to talk about like the general guideline. So plan A would be something like go for demons as the carry build, and then the other player is going to be doing some sort of support build. I lean currently towards tier 3 Murloc or tier 2 automaton openers, and the rest of their energy can be spent on helping out the carry build and getting them online as fast as possible. Because if you can get the carry build set up correctly, then it doesn't really matter what the second board has, because you're just going to destroy both boards with the first board anyways. So yeah, currently that's kind of plan A. Now plan B is generally, oh, we missed on this S tier build, let's go for this other S tier build instead, you know, or maybe find some direction. Sometimes, for example, for the shop scaling elementals, I usually like it as a support, but if you run into like the behemoth trinket, then all of a sudden this support build can become a carry build. It's just that it's not something that happens every game, and I feel like it's high variance, and unless you are hitting a high roll version of elementals, I feel like elementals are just mostly best as a support build. But most games will have at least one of the S tier builds, so that's generally going to be your plan A. So once you've come up with your plan A, the next thing you want to do is you need to pick your hero. Now, I did make a hero guide a while back. I didn't end up posting it because the armors were all out of whack, and it was kind of confusing to explain like the difference between hero picking in duos and in solos. But in short, in solos, usually you want to pick the least armor, And then in duos, the armor is much more important. I usually like one hero power that's really powerful combined with one hero power that's mostly just for armor and maybe some early game tempo. The guide right here, right now, we'll see what I do in post editing, but I'll put a timestamp so you can skip over that if you're not interested in that hero guide tier list. In S tier, I do like Goya. That's the hero power that passes a minion. You can use this for foodie, which is amazing. You just keep replaying foodie every turn and you can have this as just a win condition. It's also amazing early game for just passing stuff. Sometimes you'll probably one of my favorite hero powers in the game. Highly recommend. One of your top picks for duos. Patchwork, very good. He gives you a lot of health, which allows you to survive and let your teammate take a more greedy hero power, and also lets you both kind of level pretty aggressively, which can sometimes result in both of you having a carry builds more safely, where, like I said earlier, usually in duos, at least up into 7k, you don't really need 2 carry builds. You can have 1 carry build and 1 support build, and then maybe sometimes, if you have enough income scaling, the support player can switch into a carry build as well. Rat King's pretty good in duos just because you can have something that both your teammate and you can use. I don't like it as much in solo, but in duos, you're almost always going to get a decent hit. I would recommend picking this only if you're the carry build though, because you're going to be the one that's on a higher tier, where the support player won't be on a high enough tier to make this have value. Snake Eyes, very good, allows you to level up quickly. Galakron, very good, allows you to find a win condition right away. You just hero power the board until you find a tier 4 or above unit that gives you direction with your plan A. And if it doesn't work out, you can give that minion to your teammate as a support build. So it's almost never going to be a complete miss. All the reborn interaction hero powers like Alakazam, I think his name, Lich King, and the other guy that destroys a minion and then respawns, those 3 are all very powerful A tier heroes. Toki, I would actually rate much higher than this now, especially in this current. But anyways, I might redo a hero tier list later, but just to give you an idea of what my opinions were in season 9, a lot of them are still similar. I would definitely update this as some things have changed with the meta, but most of the S and A tier is still similar. And like I said, usually you're going to be taking an S tier hero as the carry, and then maybe you're going to be taking an armor hero as the support. So even though some of these guys are rated really low, they might still be highly used in duos just because you want to have that high armor, right? Anyways, I just wanted to throw that in there just because I didn't find the hero guide, but I'll probably make another video that's more detailed on this later in the future. So here you can see if the carry player takes the Terron as the hero power, then their plan A would be to go undead. Where if they take some sort of spell generation, then their plan A would be to go maybe demon, right? So that's an example of like what your plan A is. Demon plus scribe, demon or scribe, and then automaton as support. So yeah, so once you've come up with plan A and you've come up with your hero selection and your game plan with your hero selection, usually your hero selection should have in mind what your plan A is. So for example, if your plan A is to go scribe, then you might want something like a reborn hero power, or something that triggers with scribe. Or if your game plan is maybe a Quillbore, then maybe you want to have something that replays foodies or has something to do with Quillbore, you know? Or if you're going demons, maybe you want to have some kind of spell generation so you can start eating the shop with the spells. Or maybe you want something that like Toki that allows you to get to those high tier minions quicker so you can start getting your game plan quicker, you know? So, okay, so that's the very beginning of the game. This is all kind of your thought process in that first few seconds of the loading screen. Now, obviously, if you're playing with a random teammate, good luck. It's still very possible to get 7k plus with a random teammate, but once you're going beyond 6k in duos, I kind of recommend having a duos partner. If you don't have a duos partner right now, feel free to add me. I'll have my battle tag in the description, and either I can play with you sometimes, or I can try to help you find a duos partner, because I do think you do want a duos partner in duos. Having somebody that you can at least text in the team chat is much more viable than, just a random teammate that's doing their own thing. And most of the broken stuff in duos you cannot do with a random teammate. So yeah. Okay, so now we'll talk about early game. Early game, you want to be looking for things like, do they have passenger, for example? If one of the players has passenger and the other one has a 2-cost spell that they can pass, it's generally a good idea to do a passenger opening. This will give you a decent amount of a tempo boost and allow you to win the first few turns of the game, and sometimes can even like snowball to the point where you can start power leveling more quickly than normal, just because you have all this extra tempo without a lot of effort. So passenger on turn 1 is very good. I don't necessarily buy it after turn 1 very often, but I do think passenger turn 1 is generally a good opener. Now, once you get to tier 2, that's usually when you want to start having an idea of who's going support and who's going carry. The carry player is going to want to level to tier 4 relatively quickly, while the support player is going to probably stay on tier 2 or tier 3 for a while. And this is why I recommend Automaton or tier 3 Murloc as your main 2 builds for the support player, because this allows them to have some sort of game plan. Maybe they're going for a triple of the Automaton on tier 2, or maybe they're going for the ×2 Flighty Scout guy, try to get a gold of that with some hand buffing cards on tier 3 and a base skill, and that can literally carry the early game. So those are my main 2 go-to builds for the support player, and I do main support, so I do kind of lean towards those, while the carry player is going to tier 4 and looking for some direction, mostly for the direction that you picked in your plan A. But if plan A is not working out and you find direction for one of the other powerful builds in the game, then you obviously will diverge to plan B. So let's talk about a bit about plan B. Plan B is basically, usually the support player has either missed their support build or the carry player has missed their carry build. In this case, sometimes the support player will end up switching to the carry build if they find a condition that suits them, a win condition that suits them, and the carry player has not found anything yet, and they've already kind of set up a board a little bit. Then the carry player can sometimes switch to a support player role and just play for tempo with whatever they have, or the support player has found a really powerful win condition or a high roll win condition that usually isn't good, but just because you found it so early in the game, they can now go this direction. For example, like I was mentioning Behemoth. If you get the Behemoth trinket or generate a Behemoth somehow, then you can now go shop scaling elementals, and it'll be more effective than a lot of the A tier and S tier builds. So that's a direction you can diverge to if you run into that. In most of my games, I'm leaning towards the support player staying on tier 2 and tier 3, or tier 2 or tier 3 for a while, depending on what their support build is, and the carry build going to 4 relatively quickly. Obviously, a lot changes depending on the hero powers and what the carry builds are or what the support builds are. That might change what tier you end up staying at longer. So, for example, the Automaton build, like I said, would stay tier 2 for a while, where the tier 3 Murloc build would stay tier 3 for a while. And the carry build's almost always going to go to 4 very quickly, sometimes even tier 5 very, very quickly. So let's take a look at the example game. And now with the Reborn hero power, it's kind of cool with Mech and Undead both in, is because the support player can go either roles. If they get an early Automaton, they can start off with that being their support role, and then they can switch to Scribe later and maybe become the carry role. So that's an example of where you would pivot, right? You would switch from Mech to Automaton, and that would be kind of switching from being a plan A to plan B. Now, let's see, what do we do here? Okay, so that's about it. I just wanted to mostly focus on plan A for this video. If you want to stick around, here's an example game where I'm executing Plan A with one of my duos partners that I've been playing with lately, and you can check it out. We actually do reach 7K in this video, so if you like this video format, let me know. Consider subscribing, liking, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so you can find me Scribe early.
Yeah, pretty good setup.
Hey, my favorite commander is back. Ready to get started?
Sorry, Winder.
I don't know. Is it good enough?
Probably not. I don't like it. You kind of want a minion that gives you a gold next turn as well, right? If you hit it there, like a Ted or
Yeah,
Scout. I'm glad there's no Ted.
I'll probably
But
just
you know,
level.
right? A minion that gives you a gold so you could sell it and then buy the other spell. That would be cleaner.
Yeah, I'll probably just level.
We all hit some bumps now and then.
And next turn you can get trees.
I might even just go to 3 right away to get 4s. We'll see
Yeah.
how the shop looks.
Let's see how my shop look as well, right? If I can send you gold somehow.
Right.
You're doing great out there.
Oh shit, it's 9 a.m. already. This has to be my last game. I didn't realize the time.
Yeah, no problem.
You're good at this.
I got Eternal Knight.
I got
Got
Automat.
Automaton. Automaton is better. I think Automaton is better, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna pass it to you. I think.
Yeah, sure. I mean, then I don't go with this, right? The Eternal Knight.
Do I do
Just
this?
go Automaton. You can pass it in hero power, like see some trees.
Sure.
It's not the strongest, but it'll fight hard.
Mm.
I don't know. Not sure if I phrased this or not. It's okay. I can double buy maybe.
Okay, we tied. I didn't have time to play the cord puller.
Welcome back. How's it going out there?
You can buy two here, then keep the gold for next turn. Then you can take cars next turn.
That's what I would have picked.
So you think we take the damage?
Next. Yeah, I mean, then next turn you can level hero power and buy something from
Fun
4
to get some minions
with the
in.
coin.
Yeah,
I think you can win this.
seems okay.
We're tied. Nice. 95% to loser. Dang.
Welcome back. How's it going out there?
I can triple buy here. I don't like this shot that much. Well, let's see what cores you have.
I don't know. I have kind of a lot of tempo here.
Yeah, I guess.
Um,
So you go tempo, I go 4?
maybe. Yeah, you can go up. A little bit unusual, but I think it might be okay.
You can also buy this, the Naga. I mean, too late already. You could buy the Naga, then buy the spell for 0, then spell, buy another one.
Might make all the difference.
Uh, maybe.
I mean, it's fine. You got to keep 2 gold in your hand. I think that's better.
I'd rather save the money for higher tier.
Yeah.
If we didn't have the automaton already, I would probably be more aggressive to try to find the scribe. But since you have automaton already, it's like a little bit less of a rush.
Yeah, I mean, I need more automatons, right? I only have 1.
Okay, they got a scribe. Probably from his hero power.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
he's
I
on
think so.
4.
He went to 4.
Yeah.
And so they're not bad players, right? They know that the scribe's good and pick from the hero power. I can go summoning sphere.
Yeah, I'm thinking of doing that.
I can go 4s here. Oh, I can go Tickerus. I can also go summoning sphere myself.
Um, hmm. Let me see what I get from my hero power.
Nothing crazy.
Yeah, you can maybe do this guy maybe? I don't know, up to you. Nice, you got the scribe.
Scribe. Okay, now we're rolling 4 to find reborn for. Oh, that's a triple here. I don't think I care, right?
Um, I guess you can skip it. Another one?
Oh well, so many. Probably hero part is the scribe now, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I got a grave robber, but I don't have reborn yet.
Okay, so now we just need Reborn and Kel'Thuzad.
Yeah. You're getting your Meta Automaton.
Yeah, I hope that it eventually copies the scribe. It seemed a little bit buggy last time.
I think it's gonna copy the scribe next turn because it got bigger already. Yeah, this fight is losing.
It says 100.
Unexpected, honestly.
It says 100% to win too, which is weird.
For me, it doesn't show. You say they could not get accurate results.
Huh. It's weird.
I got the reborn. Probably not leveling. That's a triple. You can send me. Then I can hold to play next turn, get a Kel'Thuzad.
You can use that to give Reborn. Make sure you. Oh shit. Okay, keep this in your hand first, so that you don't Reborn
Yeah.
it by accident.
Yeah, I mean, I'll keep this next turn so I can get reborn. Reborn or KT maybe.
Should I switch to Demon? You think?
You can go for like I'm going. Scribe's better, right? But just go for it in the meantime, I guess. It's not a bad comp.
Okay, so we need. Oh, another scribe.
That's one more scribe.
I wonder if you sell for it. I don't know if you have time though. Probably not.
No, I just I should have, I could have, but
You're doing great out there.
Such a pain in the
nice. We survived.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, I think since you were fighting first, it might have been worth triple selling for it.
Yeah.
More likely that it dies enough times. But yeah, if we get Kel'Thuzad, then it's over.
such a pain in the neck.
No, I didn't even get your. I mean, it doesn't matter, right? It's only automaton that matters for summons used for dive. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Work out there. Keep up the pressure.
No, I missed. I can give you atrocity.
Uh, sure. Do you want money? 5 gold?
Yeah, I can roll on 5. Maybe find a triple. I'll reborn. That's nice. I have a cool comp here. Maybe I just level to 6 to find KT.
Usually I taunt one of the scribes so that it dies once and then it gets a reborn again. But I guess here it doesn't matter because I guess you always get one, right? Kinda.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
of
for me,
the
it's guaranteed. I like taunting the small minion. Like, sometimes it doesn't die, right? Because then it doesn't die, then all my scribes attack, they kill everything, and my reborn doesn't die. That can
yeah.
happen, but I guess it's fine to taunt the scribe, actually.
Yeah, I guess with your hero power it's a little bit different. It works.
You're not getting any value from Shadow Dancer. Maybe it wasn't good to go for them.
Work out there. Keep up the
That's fine. We're gonna probably win, so
I got a chess set.
yeah, that's probably the better one.
Should I buy Well Wisher here? It's good, right?
It's okay. Yeah, you can give it to me if you want, just to keep your board space.
I have to sell one thing here, right? Because my hero power summons one.
Yeah.
So just sell you. Don't need it. Baron doesn't do anything.
I got 2 of these, but I don't really care, to be honest. I don't know.
No. I mean, I think it's just scrap, man. Like anything else that we do is just waste of money.
Yeah.
Scrap's a tier 4, right? So
Do you have any?
gold mirror.
I could buy this to find reborns or something, but it's kind of whatever.
Sure, I guess.
Maybe I drop one of these.
Yeah. Then it's one more type for your atrocity as well, right? I think.
Yeah, it's not bad. Okay, I'm gonna pass. I'll pass this anyways. You can just sell it if you want, but you can have it for
Oh.
later for money.
I'll have it in my hand. I don't need money right now. I just realized there's a the bottom team is the same guy. He's playing two accounts. That same name.
Let's see if you
Hmm.
can
Oh no, they don't. They're a duo. I just realized they have different names. If you found KT, you can pass me the well wisher spell so I don't triple the scribe right away, right? Because they both have reborn.
Okay. Yeah, you can even give me one of the scribes if you want.
Yeah, that's
Because
what I'm
it's
saying. Like
yeah,
you pass me the well wisher spell, I give one scribe to you
yeah, sure.
because both of them has reborn.
We need a, if we find a grave robber, you can just triple it as well.
good at this.
Yeah, then he loses reborn anyway. Right?
Okay, I got it.
Okay, so pass me the wisher spell
Let's just see what
so I
happens
can send
first,
you.
in case you find if we find the other thing, then it might be better. Oh, here's a triple.
Yeah, it's better. Okay.
That's what I would have picked.
Because then we can replay this for more money. Do we want this for some reason?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think we already have enough.
I need one board space for one scribe, one board space for my hero power. How much board space is that? Sure. Yeah. You're gonna have the summoning sphere as well. Let me think. Should I sell one here? Like it's gonna clog my board, I think.
You can pass it if you want.
And it's better.
I'll just drop the Sundance thing or whatever it's called.
You got this. You're way ahead.
Okay, I'll yeah, that's fine. I mean it wouldn't matter because my hero power is summoned, right?
Pain in the neck.
Yeah. I mean I could have kept one more, but it's fine. Now it's more likely that the reborn goes to a golden one. They're really strong, man. Holy turn 10, they have this huge elementals already.
Why is it copying
Oh, it
that?
sounds. What? It's some highest tier?
No,
Highest health.
it says
What?
health. I don't know.
How?
It's kind of buggy sometimes. I don't know why it does that.
So I guess I need to buff the scribe a little bit with spells so it has health instead of the order. Because I think the order doesn't count.
Yeah, I don't know why it does that. It's weird.
Going out there.
Yeah, it says it has one health. It has 8 health without the order. So I need to put 3 health on it. So like this will help. Now we always summon the right one.
Okay, good.
Uh,
So what do we need now?
I need Rakari, right? More reborns. I found more reborn. Okay.
Go ahead.
Please don't need the KT.
Recruits.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, it always hits the wrong one.
I
You should
can't
you
try.
shouldn't you
Okay,
shouldn't
now
have
it's
sold it. You should
now
have
it's
sold it.
guaranteed.
I had a portal. We could have reused it.
I mean, I just killed it. I have more here. I can keep freezing. No, I just pass you one and then hold the other one. You can pass me, yeah. Nice.
Do you have enough spots?
Yeah. My hero power always summons, so it's fine like this.
Does the trinket summon before the hero power?
Does
These guys are pretty big too.
everyone's big in this lobby. Damn.
Yeah, I think it's because we're doing 7K now.
Yeah.
Okay, looking like it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, GG. I think I killed him here. Yeah. Now it's the elemental high rollers, right? Yeah. You can pass me the well wisher to have another grave robber.
Sure.
Do you want me to pass you Moonfire so you have it golden?
I don't know. Probably not. Never know.
Okay, I have Drakari. Does Drakari work here instead of the specialist? I think it's gonna fill my board, right? How much will that be? It will be +2. Yeah, it's gonna fill my board, then I'm not gonna get chest set value.
Maybe you just pass both of them to me next turn, or I don't know actually, because yeah, I don't know. It's kind of confusing with your hero power.
Let me see. It's gonna summon one more, then I'll go to 5 minions. Then I'll chest set, so I can play one more. If I play Drakari, I can play one more, so I'll just play another Reborn here.
If you pass that to me, I can reborn one more time.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the big guy.
I think I'm bigger.
So next turn you can pass KT and Drakari if they're not dead. I can start copying golden scribes twice.
Okay.
Because I'll have a golden scribe finally next turn.
I think they're dead. Yeah, GG.
Yeah. Okay, GG's. You have to go?
Yeah, I have. I have 30 minutes to get ready to go to work.
Okay. Okay,
See
yeah,
you,
we can
man.
play tomorrow. See ya.